This is the 2025 Kia EV3 and it's set to offer one of the longest driving ranges of any electric Kia model yet. It's also super cute and very smart. Here are 5 things you need to know about this little electric SUV. Now let's start with driving range, because when the EV3 arrives in Australia in the first quarter of 2025, its headline feature will be the whopping 600 kilometres of driving range that you're going to get. But you'll have to fork out for the long range variant with a 81.4 kilowatt hour battery. And of course, it'll be pricier. If you get the more affordable standard variant with a 58.3 kilowatt hour battery, you'll get more like 436 kilometres of driving range from a full charge. Number 2, it's very small, and in fact it's going to be the smallest electric Kia model sold in Australia, unless of course we eventually see the pint-sized EV2 electric car. Now it may look like a miniature EV9 thanks to Kia's signature design cues, but this thing is actually shorter, albeit slightly wider than the Kia Niro EV and Hyundai Kona Electric, both of which are already sold in Australia. Kia Australia is yet to confirm pricing for this hatchback on stilts, but we have it on good authority it'll undercut the electric Kona and hopefully start from or just under $50,000. The design. This thing is very good looking in person, but it's all the little design elements that make it really stand out compared to rivals. Being an EV, flush front door handles are a must, and then we've got these hidden rear door handles at the back. Super cute. All these blacked out panels really stand out against the paintwork, and I love the mix of sharp and smooth lines all across the body, which is part of Kia's Opposites United design philosophy. You'll be glad to know that not only does the EV3 get a decent sized 460 litre boot, there's also a front trunk, or frunk, something that some electric cars offer, but not all of them. The only downfall is, at just 25 litres, you'll be lucky to fit anything more than the charging cable in that little storage binnacle. Speaking of design, the interior is again set to wow. There are so many thoughtful touches like this climate control panel, which you might have already seen on the EV9, and a host of lovely recycled materials all throughout the cabin, which if you care to learn more about, you can scan the QR code just over there on the dash and it'll bring up more information for you. I also like this very nifty little gadget. You've got a workbench, so if you want to eat or do some work in the car, you can just bring that out and off you go. Hi honey, I love Korea and I'm not coming home. Send. The last thing you need to know is what it's like to drive, and if you hadn't worked it out already, we're in South Korea, so not only are we on the wrong side of the car, but we're also on the wrong side of the road, and we're in an overseas spec version of the EV3. So what we eventually get in Australia may look a little bit different in terms of specification, but this still gives a pretty good indication of what it's going to look like when these cars arrive in 2025. Versions of the EV3 that we get in Australia will have gone through a ride and handling program, so like other Kia models, they will be equipped to handle harsher Aussie roads. From launch, the range will open with a base front-wheel drive model said to offer around 430 kilometres of driving range, while the long-range variants should deliver 605 k's. All-wheel drive and performance-flavoured GT variants will eventually join the EV3 range down under. We've spent the morning driving in peak hour traffic and on a lot of freeways, and aside from the obvious challenges of navigating a completely different country, it's all been relatively easy, I must admit. It feels bigger inside the cabin than the exterior dimensions give away, and even in that second row, it's actually really spacious. From the driver's seat, it's smooth and it's quiet, and it's got some fairly decent get up and go, but in saying that, we haven't really experienced any harsh roads and certainly nothing representative of what the roads are like in Australia. So we'll have to hold our judgment until we drive a local Aussie spec vehicle on Aussie roads. But for now, this is a pretty good taste of what the new EV3 is going to be like. That's all we can say about the new EV3 for now, but make sure you stay tuned to the Car Sales website for much more over the coming months. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you're first to know when we drive this thing on Aussie roads for the first time. Thanks for watching.